Well, I received a document this morning in the Naresh Bot case, but it wasn't the one I was expecting. The video that this comment is from the upcoming Franks hearing that's going to be on October 10th in Naresh Bot's case. Yesterday, October 1st, the Commonwealth submitted a response to the defense's request for the Franks hearing. Now, we had the request for the Franks hearing, and we went over that in a previous video, so I intended to do the same thing with the Commonwealth's response. But the reply that I got back from the courthouse this morning was that it is actually confidential, so they didn't give it to me. But there was a second document that I was able to get. It's a request for a subpoena for Mamta's employment records from INOVA. Now, INOVA, for those of you who aren't in the area, is the hospital system that Mamta worked for. So they are trying to get all of the records pertaining to her, including the first date of employment to the last date of employment, application, wage records, progress reports, health records, reports of work injury, work absence records, time cards, and disciplinary actions. Now, that's not where Mamta was working when she went missing. Remember, about 3 weeks before she disappeared, she was working for the UVA Health Prince William Medical Center, which is not an INOVA hospital. Prior to that, though, she was working for INOVA Fairfax, and she was employed with INOVA Fairfax back in February when the alleged domestic violence occurred. There were apparently coworkers of hers who said that they saw bruises on her around that time, and it is believed that the photo she sent to her brother of a bruised and battered face was sent around that time period as well while she was working for INOVA. So I'm wondering if they're trying to see if there's any documentation of her injuries through the hospital, or if that would be covered under HIPAA. The more I think about it, the less I think it has to do with actual injuries, because I think Mamta was very private and she wouldn't have necessarily reported anything like that. I think it might have to do more with the absences. Because you can see one of the things they're asking for is work absence records. And what we've learned over the past couple months from interviews of various people who know Mamta and Naresh is that a lot of times they've been alleging that he would make her call off of work to watch the baby because he didn't want to or wasn't able to, instead of paying for childcare. So I think that they may be trying to get records of that to show a pattern of abuse. And again, abuse comes in many forms, not just physical. So we've got emotional abuse, we have financial abuse, and I think that that might be what the prosecution's going for here. So I don't know, this is just an interesting curveball that we got thrown this morning. So we're not going to hear more about what the Commonwealth had to say about the Franks hearing until the hearing itself on October 10th. So what are your thoughts on this?